Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through another episode of what's on my makeup wish list. I've done one of these before and I'll link it somewhere down below above. I think I'll make these into a playlist of all of my makeup wish list videos. But yeah, today I'll just be going through more stuff that I'm interested in purchasing but I haven't currently picked up just because of maybe the price point. It's not so accessible. I've got other products right now that I'm working through or another reason. So I'm going to get straight into it, and if you see me looking down, I've just got a notepad with all of my wish list written out on it, so I'll just be reading it out to you guys. The first brand I'd like to talk about today is Too Faced. There is so much Too Faced that I'm interested in, and I have a load of Too Faced in my collection. It's one of those brands that I'm often interested in their concepts. They have lots of interesting ideas that I like. I love their chocolate range. That's probably one of my favorite ranges in my collection. The first thing I'm interested in picking up from them is the matte eye palette. I have the natural eye palette, and I think the shades in there are absolutely stunning, and I think that the matte eye palette is like another really beautiful palette that I would just like love to add to my collection just for like collector purposes, and also it'd be a beautiful neutral eye palette to add. And yeah, I just feel like it's a palette that I would get a fair bit of use out of, and so eventually I hope to save up a little bit and pick that one up. But that palette I think is really stunning, and I think it definitely has a place in my collection. I think I would get a lot of use out of it, and so that's why it's on my wish list. The next thing on my wish list is the Cocoa Face palette. If you've seen my face palette collection video, I talked about the old version of the Cocoa Face palette, and I really love the shades in there. I've panned most of them, and so I'm interested in getting the updated version of the Cocoa Face palette when I finish off my old palettes. So yeah, that's one that's on my wish list, but I haven't picked up yet just because I currently have an item in my collection that serves that purpose, but I'm excited to get that one when I finish up my current one. And I really like the new updated packaging. I think it's really beautiful, but one thing about it, this is the same texture as the updated packaging, and this texture like scratches off, and I'm really like rough with my makeup. I throw it in my makeup bag, I take it with me to all sorts of places, and I feel like I would ruin the packaging really quickly, but it does look beautiful when it's new. So the next item from Too Faced that I'm interested in is the Primed and Poreless powder. I haven't picked this up because I have so many powders that I'm working my way through right now, but I really like the new updated packaging on the Primed and Poreless powder. It's just beautiful pink hearts. It's so cute. I really like this a lot more than the old packaging, and all of a sudden I'm a lot more interested in this product. It takes up quite a few things for me to be interested in a product. I have to like the concept, the actual formula, and like the design, and like all sorts of different things. And so yeah, one of the things that made me a lot more interested in this product was the packaging. I was interested in the formula before because I heard so much hype about it, but the old packaging just didn't really like make me extremely interested. But now that they've updated the packaging, I'm super interested, and I'm definitely going to add it to my collection. It's probably the next like pressed powder that I'm going to purchase. Another thing that I'm interested in from Too Faced is the Papadome Peach Blush. That shade is absolutely stunning. It's definitely within the family of like colors that I would usually pick out for a blush. So yeah, I also haven't tried anything from their peach formula. I'm just not as into peach scents as I am into chocolate scents, but that blush does look really pretty, and it is on my list to eventually try. Something else from Too Faced that I'm really interested in is the new matte eyeshadows. I'll pop in a picture here. They're just liquid matte eyeshadows that give like a really nice base. I'm really interested to try those as like a all over shadow or like a primer. I feel like if I just put one like neutral tone, like a transition shade in the crease, like a bronzy shade, it would be a really long lasting, easy, natural, everyday wear kind of shadow for me. So I'm interested to pick up a couple of shades of that sometime in the future, but I have quite a few shadows that I'm working my way through right now that kind of serve similar purposes, so I don't know, and it is like not the most affordable brand. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit more before I do pick up those matte little single eyeshadows. The next brand I have to talk about is MAC. MAC is one of those brands that I've always glorified. I don't own it. There's someone coming into my house. I think it's my sister's friend. Okay, it was my uncle dropping off something for my dad. The next thing I had to talk about, we were talking about MAC. Yeah, MAC is one of those brands that I have a lot of interest in but don't have a lot of products from. MAC's one of those classic brands that everyone used to be so obsessed with. When I first started watching YouTube, everyone would like have holy grail products from MAC, and everyone was talking about MAC, but it was just a little bit out of my price range at the time. But now that I'm older, it's a little bit more affordable to me because I can like actually afford it now. I have a couple of products from MAC. I have a bronzer, a highlight, and a couple of lipsticks, but I'd love to try more from them. So the things I'm interested in trying from them is the Soft and Gentle highlight. I think that it's such a cult classic. I just really want to give it a go one time. So yeah, one time after I use up a couple of highlights that I currently have, I'd love to pick up Soft and Gentle. Another lipstick that I'd like to try from them is MAC Red, just because it's like a classic red shade. I'm also interested in Ruby Woo and Russian Red, but I think MAC Red's the one I'd go for just because the tone of it is slightly a bit more up my alley. I really like a lot of their nude shades, but I haven't, like, I'm not gonna say which nude shade I'm interested in the most because I'm not sure. Like things like Honey Love are really interesting to me. Velvet Teddy, you know, those classic shades that everyone loves, I'm interested in, but I'm not sure what the exact perfect nude from MAC would be for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that open-ended. If you have any holy grail MAC products you'd recommend, please leave them in the comments down below because I'd love to know. I think I'm gonna pick up those MAC products when they had their sale last year, or this year. This past Boxing Day that went past, they had like a, I think it was 20 or 30% off store-wide at MAC, so I'm definitely gonna go and have a look there this Boxing Day at the end of this year and get some of these products then, because I just can't justify purchasing them without a discount. I don't know, I really would like to get them on sale, so I'm just gonna wait it out till Boxing Day and see if they go on discount, and pick those products up then. I'm also really interested in some blushes from them. I've never tried a blush from MAC before, and I hear so many good things about the shades Gingerly and Pinch Me. So those are two that I'm like interested in, and they're on my wish list as well. Another brand that I don't have that many products from is Tarte. I have the Tartelette eyeshadow palette, but I didn't really love it as much as I thought I would, so it kind of like put me off from purchasing other products from Tarte in the future. But so many people rave about Tarte products that it's kind of made me go, maybe it was just one product I didn't like. So I'm interested in trying out some other products from Tarte. Colors that I'm interested in are the blush in the shade Exposed. I'd also like to try the highlighter in the shade Exposed. Those two are really, really like cult classics. Everyone loves those. And so I'm really interested in trying them out. And also the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. I hear so much hype about this bronzer. They, like, Tarte knows that everyone likes this bronzer. They come out with palettes based on this bronzer. They come out with whole collections based on this bronzer. And so I'd just like to try out the bronzer that everyone's been raving about. Another brand that I've heard everyone rave about is P. Louise. I really, really want to try some bases from P. Louise. I don't actually have that much like eyeshadow primer and eyeshadow bases in my collection. I have a couple of the Maybelline color tattoos from like back in the day when everyone was obsessed with those, but I don't really have any designated like eye bases, and I really, really want to try the P. Louise eye base out just because like everyone's been raving about it and it looks so good when people use it. So yeah, I really want to try. I'm not really sure what the shade names of them all are, but I am interested in getting the white one just because it'd be really good for more colorful looks, and then also the first one she ever came out with would match my skin tone. So I think that the first one she ever came out with, I'm not sure what the name of it is. All of them have numbers, I think, except for the first one she came out with is like, she like named it a name. I would get the one that's been named a name just because, yeah, it would suit my skin tone, I think. So that's the two things from P. Louise that I'm interested in most. Another brand that I've heard a lot about is Sugar Pill. Everyone's obsessed with Sugar Pill eyeshadows, and I'm obsessed with Sugar Pill eyeshadows, even though I've never tried one. I don't actually have a single matte white eyeshadow in my entire collection, so I really, really want to get one, and I've heard so many good things about the shade Taco from Sugar Pill. That is the like white eyeshadow of my dreams. In my opinion, that is like the one. I've heard so much hype about it, and so many of like the looks that I've seen people do with Taco come out so beautifully. So Sugar Pill's Taco single like shadow is definitely on my wish list. There are also a couple of brushes that are on my wish list. I haven't actually purchased new brushes in a really, really long time. I just have all of the Real Techniques brushes that they released until about, I think 2016 maybe. I bought these all ages and ages ago, and I haven't purchased any new brushes since. And I have received one set of brushes as a Christmas present from my boyfriend's family last year. They gave me the Nude by Nature like brush set. I'll show you what it looks like. It's like the brushes with the clear handle that look like this. Those were a gift from his family, and I really, really love them, so I'm very appreciative. It's a really good gift for me, is brushes. But there are a couple of brushes that are on my wish list that I'd like to pick up as well. The first one is the Nude by Nature Mineral Brush. I used to have this brush, and then my sister stole it, and then she destroyed it, and it like all came apart. I don't know what she did to it. I think she left it in water or something. But yeah, I'd like to repurchase that brush just because it's a really good mineral brush. It works really well with mineral products or powder products. You can set your face with it. You could like do your bronzer with it. You could even apply blush with it. It's just a really versatile brush, and I'd love to get it back in my collection again. Another brush that's also on my wish list is the JD Wadey 180 nose contouring brush. I am like most insecure out of all of my facial features about my nose, and I feel like JD Wady's nose contouring brush has so much hype about it. I just love to try it. I love the way she contours her nose. It's so snatched, and I see so many people using that brush getting such a snatched nose. So yeah, her like nose contouring brush is such like a hyped product. I'm so keen to try it because it's so hyped, but every time I've looked it's been out of stock, so I'm waiting for it to come back in stock, and I'll definitely pick it up sometime. The next product that's a brush that I'm interested in is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Brush. I don't have anything from ABH at all. Everyone on YouTube raves about so many of her products, but I just haven't been like that interested to purchase one. Some of her products interest me, but not enough. Like, they don't tick all of my boxes, but the brow brush definitely ticks all of my boxes. The brush I think is called the number 12 brush, and it's just an angled brow brush. I always am going through my angled brushes. I just have one Morphe brush right now. Where is it? I lied, I have two brushes. I have one from Winky Lux, it's just the Winky Lux brow brush, and then I also have the M165 from Morphe. So those are the two angled brow brushes I have currently, and it's not enough. I want more brushes because I really like angled brushes for like, pretend I had like a little mess up and I could just like use concealer on it, or I could do winged liner with it, or I could apply my brows with it. I just need more of these brushes, and I hear so much hype about Anastasia's brow brush that I want to pick it up and try it out. She is the queen of brows, so I feel like for some reason that by getting this brush, it's going to take my brows to the next level. Maybe it will. So anyway, I'll let you know when I do try it out. Another thing on my wish list is Glossier. Glossier? Glossier. Glossier. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I really want to try the boy brow, but it's kind of not easy to get your hands on in Australia. It's not sold at any of our like stores like Sephora, or our version of Ulta I like to think is Mecca. I'm not really sure what Ulta is because I haven't been to America before, but I imagine that Mecca is our version of Ulta, and it's not sold at like obviously the drugstore or anything here. So I really want to like do an order online sometime, but I'm not sure if I'm interested in enough products from their website to get free shipping, and I don't want to pay for shipping because that's the worst thing ever. So I'm interested in the boy brow, and I'm also interested in some of the cloud paints are really pretty as well. I see people do really beautiful natural looking looks with those, so yeah, that's another thing I'm really interested in, and also their lip gloss. Everyone has their lip gloss, everyone that's Visco has their lip gloss, and I'm totally sold. So yeah, sometime in the future I would like to try out Glossier. Another brand that I'm also interested in but I haven't purchased from before is Patrick Tar Beauty. I see so many people using his brow products, and I love his concepts. He's so smart, you know, and his packaging, the way he's designed all of his products, it's just beautiful. So that's like a whole brand that's on my wish list really. I haven't tried anything from him before, but I'm definitely interested in them. The last item on my makeup wish list that I'm going to talk about today is the L'Oreal chocolate liquid lipsticks. These haven't been released in Australia, and I'm so frustrated by it because everyone looks so gorgeous in them. They have a range of like different nudes, and they're all like chocolate scented, and that ticks all of my boxes. I'm so interested, and it's a drugstore product, so I'd love to try it, but they haven't brought them into drugstores in Australia, so it's kind of a hassle to like purchase them on eBay. I might find a way to get them somehow if they don't come to Australia, but I've been waiting a little bit of time now, and I was like, maybe they'll come soon, and they still haven't arrived. I'm still waiting. L'Oreal, if you're watching, please bring your chocolate liquid lipsticks to Australia. We want them. They just have a really nice like shade range of different nudes. I love nudes, I love chocolate, everything's perfect. So yeah, that is the last product on my makeup wish list that I'm going to talk about today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment anything you'd like to see from me in future down below, or any recommendations that you think I should add to my makeup wish list, or what is on your makeup wish list at the moment. Also, if you'd like to see the makeup look that I'm wearing on my face right now, I'll link it in the description box down below. I just filmed a tutorial on it, and it should be up on my channel by the time that this video goes up. Subscribe to see more content from me, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!